Australia is expected to bring in a ban on children and teenagers accessing various social media platforms in 6 months' time. But experts are now raising concerns about another issue: the kids whose daily lives are being documented and posted online by their parents. Dr. Catherine Archer is from Edith Cowan University and joins us now. Hi there, Catherine.
Hi, Ros.
So can you talk us through the scenarios of this then, where parents post images and videos of their kids online? What's usually being promoted or presented?
Basically everything. Brands have hopped online because children attract views, they attract engagement for brands. So children are obviously promoting toys to other children, but they're also promoting potentially products such as luxury holidays to adults. So it's quite widespread and it's a global phenomenon.
And what are the things to think about here then in terms of how it may affect the kids?
So, there are some positive benefits for children. Obviously, children need to have the right to participation online, but also some of the negatives might be the fact that children's privacy is invaded because they're having to work often in the home for long extended hours, so that privacy goes down. Protection from exploitation with regards to potentially money. So if money's changing hands, then the parent becomes the manager. So that's where that blurring of lines of responsibilities comes in. So there are those concerns, particularly, as I said, around, exploitation, around the right to privacy and around the right to protection as far as, any harms go as well, if strangers are viewing the content.
So what are the rules here then, Catherine, about posting your kids' activities online? Are there any?
No, there aren't actually any rules around parents who usually, often manage the accounts for the children. So this, this social media ban that's coming in for under 16s won't apply if the parents are controlling the accounts of the children and posting them as social media influencers.
So can the same rules that are applied to kids who work in TV and movies be applied to this kind of made-at-home content?
Yeah, and that's the idea in some jurisdictions and some countries overseas. So France was an earlier adopter of this, where they actually saw that, the entertainment industry 100 years ago brought in laws to stop this exploitation of kids. So around children being paid, they make sure they have the education and make sure they're not doing it all the time, so that they have some time to play and be children. It is difficult because it is in the home, so that's where that blurring of lines between privacy and publicity comes in. But having said that, other governments have tackled it. At this stage in Australia, there are no laws around it.
But Catherine, if the kids are being put online by their parents, the parents then are clearly giving their permission for their children to be seen.
That's right. Yeah.
Not the role of the government or the regulator to get involved in that, is it?
Well, because the children are earning money. So, yeah, that's where it is potentially important that the government does get involved in potential guidelines. Children are clearly protected when they're working in the entertainment industry, in TV, in movies, because originally 100 years ago they were potentially exploited in those spaces. Now the shift is online, but the laws haven't necessarily caught up.
On the whole then, Catherine, do kids want to be involved in this?
Yeah, lots of children do, and it can be fun for kids. Not all children want to be involved, and we've seen instances where children reflecting back have said, at 2 years of age, I couldn't give my consent, and I was all over social media. So some kids have grown up in this space and are now reflecting on their time, and certainly some children enjoy it. But there is that concern around exploitation potentially.
So no rules here right now. How are other countries handling this? Do they have clear guidelines?
So, as I said, France is one of those countries that has brought them in, and some states in the United States. So they're really the only countries where we've seen some laws come in around this. So, yeah, potentially Australia needs to catch up in this space. Certainly the government came in hard on banning social media to children, and there's questions around that. But, this is a bit of a different area, but related.
Dr. Catherine Archer, good to have a chat. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Ros.